Have you ever noticed how the little things, those tiny choices we barely think about, can shape our lives more than anything else? We often believe that big changes require big effort, that we need to do something extreme to feel healthier, younger, or more alive. But what if the opposite were true? What if the smallest habits you repeat every day were the quiet forces deciding how strong, how joyful, and how free your body will feel in your later years? This isn't about miracle cures or strict routines. It's about gently waking up to the patterns that no longer serve you, patterns that may have crept in so quietly you never realized they were draining your energy, your balance, and even your happiness. Today, I want to walk with you through 8 habits, common, everyday things that often go unnoticed, but can quietly chip away at your health as you age. These aren't just warnings, they're invitations. Invitations to take your power back one small choice at a time. Because at 60, 70, 80, or beyond, you still have more strength than you think, more influence over how you feel tomorrow than you might believe today. So let's begin, not with fear, but with clarity. Let's uncover the habits you can gently shift, starting now, to give your body the care, freedom, and peace it truly deserves. Ready? Let's take the first step together. You might not notice it at first. You wake up, sit for breakfast, rest a bit after, watch a little TV, read a book, maybe chat with a loved one. All of it feels calm, gentle, and deserved. But somewhere along the way, stillness becomes your default, and your body, once so agile and dependable, starts to whisper back with stiffness, fatigue, and imbalance. This is the quiet trap of aging, the belief that slowing down is the same as stopping. But your body? It was never meant to stop moving completely. In fact, movement is the language your body uses to stay alive. Every joint, every muscle, every beat of your heart thrives on motion. Without it, your strength begins to fade, your balance wavers, and your energy dims. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens quietly, slowly, until you realize that standing up feels harder than it used to, and walking across the room makes you pause and catch your breath. You don't need a gym membership or hours of exercise. You just need consistency. A few minutes here, a few steps there, standing up once an hour, stretching while waiting for the kettle to boil, walking slowly around the house while you're on the phone. These small moments of movement, they matter more than you think. Think of it this way. Motion is medicine. Every step improves your circulation. Every stretch tells your muscles they're still needed. Every bit of movement tells your brain, I'm still here, I still want to live fully. And your body responds in kind. When you move, you're not just improving physical health, you're boosting your mood too. Gentle activity releases endorphins, the natural chemicals that ease sadness and bring back a sense of calm. Many older adults who begin a routine of light walking or stretching report sleeping better, feeling less anxious, and experiencing a stronger sense of independence. Because when you move, you reclaim your agency. And that is what this is really about. Not exercise for the sake of fitness, but movement for the sake of freedom. For the ability to dress yourself, prepare your meals, and get out into the sunshine without fear of falling or losing balance. So if you've been sitting a lot lately, don't wait for pain to remind you to move. Start today. Stand, stretch, walk slowly if you need to, but walk. Even the smallest steps forward can rebuild the strength that's waiting inside you. Once you've started moving again, just a little, just enough to tell your body it's still needed, There's another silent habit that can steal your energy without you even realizing it. Skipping meals. At first, it might seem harmless. You wake up without an appetite, so you delay breakfast. Lunchtime rolls around, and you figure a small snack will do. Before you know it, you've gone most of the day without a real meal, and your body, it's running on fumes. But here's the truth, especially after the age of 60, your body doesn't just want nourishment, it depends on it. You need consistent, steady fuel to keep your muscles strong, your mind clear, and your energy levels balanced. When you skip meals, especially breakfast, you're not just missing calories, you're depriving your body of essential vitamins, minerals, and the steady blood sugar it needs to help you feel stable and alert throughout the day. Without that fuel, fatigue sets in. Your mood dips, you may feel dizzy, lightheaded, or more forgetful than usual. And it's not just physical. Your emotional well-being is tied to what you feed yourself. Skipping meals can lead to irritability, low motivation, and that heavy, dragging sensation that makes everything feel just a little harder. What's even more important is that when you don't eat enough during the day, your body may try to make up for it at night, leading to late-night cravings or overeating foods that don't actually serve you. This cycle throws your digestion off, affects your sleep, and starts a loop that becomes harder to break. The solution? Simplicity. You don't need gourmet meals or fancy ingredients. A warm bowl of oatmeal with fruit, a slice of whole grain toast with peanut butter, a boiled egg, and a banana. These small, easy meals can completely shift how you feel, bringing back clarity, energy, and even a sense of joy in your day. And if cooking feels like too much some mornings, try preparing something simple the night before. Keep healthy snacks within reach, nuts, yogurt, fresh fruit, so that nourishment never feels far away. Because each time you feed your body well, you're also feeding your mind and your spirit. Eating regularly isn't just about survival, it's about thriving. It's how you give your body the strength to keep going, the focus to stay sharp, and the resilience to greet each new day with a little more life. Don't let hunger steal that from you. Give yourself what you need to feel alive again. Now that your body is fueled, let's talk about something so simple, so basic, it often goes unnoticed, yet it affects everything. You might not feel thirsty. You might think, I drink enough. But here's what's really happening behind the scenes when you're not getting enough water. Your body slows down. Your joints ache. Your thinking gets fuzzy, your skin looks tired, and your energy, it quietly slips away. Many older adults don't drink enough water, not because they don't care, but because thirst becomes less obvious with age. You might only realize you're dehydrated when you're already feeling weak, dizzy, or mentally foggy. And by then, your body has been quietly calling for help for hours. Water's not just about quenching thirst. It's your body's silent helper. It cushions your joints, regulates your temperature, helps digest your food, carries nutrients to your cells, and flushes out the waste your body doesn't need. Without enough of it, everything becomes just a bit harder. Have you ever felt tired for no clear reason, or struggled to concentrate even after a good night's sleep? That could be your body asking for hydration. And the answer doesn't come from coffee, soda, or juice. It comes from the pure, clear water your cells are waiting for. But the good news is, it's easy to fix. Keep a glass or bottle of water near you throughout the day. Sip gently and often. You don't need to chug or force it, just stay steady. If plain water feels boring, Add a slice of lemon, a sprig of mint, or even a few cucumber slices. Make it inviting. Make it feel like something you look forward to, not just another thing to remember. Set small reminders if you need to. When you take your medicine, have a glass. After each meal, sip some more. And if your urine is pale yellow, you're likely on track. If it's dark, that's your body whispering, I need more. Water supports every other healthy habit. When you're hydrated, your digestion improves, your muscles recover faster, your skin glows, your energy returns, and your mind feels sharper, lighter, like a window has been opened and fresh air is finally flowing in. So if you do one simple thing today, let it be this: drink a little more water. It's not just a habit, it's a gift. One that clears, cleanses, and gently revives every part of you, one sip at a time. Now that you're sipping more water, let's turn to something just as common, but far more sneaky. Those foods we reach for when we're tired, lonely, or simply looking for comfort. You know the ones I mean. The chips during TV time, the cookies with your afternoon tea, the microwave dinners that promise convenience, but offer little more than salt, sugar, and fat. They taste good in the moment. They feel familiar, and sometimes they feel like the only treat in the day. But here's the truth. When these kinds of foods become regular guests on your plate, they don't bring comfort. They bring inflammation, blood sugar spikes, joint pain, and sluggish digestion. They promise energy, but steal it instead. Many people over 60 struggle with this silently. You might not feel like cooking every day. You might live alone or have less appetite in the mornings and more cravings at night. And sometimes these processed snacks and ready-to-eat meals seem like the easiest option. But easy doesn't always mean kind. These foods are often low in nutrients but high in additives. They give your body calories but no real fuel, and they train your taste buds to want more sugar, more salt, more grease, creating a cycle that slowly chips away at your energy and health. But here's the good news. You don't need to give up flavor or joy in order to eat better. You just need to make small swaps, one choice at a time. Reach for a banana instead of a cookie. Spread peanut butter on whole grain toast instead of grabbing chips. Add a handful of spinach to your scrambled eggs. Choose nuts, yogurt, berries, or a boiled egg over crackers or pastries. It's not about dieting or restriction. It's about giving your body what it truly craves, real, nourishing food that fuels your strength, not just your cravings. And if you do indulge in something sweet or salty once in a while, do it with joy, but balance it with foods that help you feel good afterward. Your body will tell you the difference. You'll feel it in your joints, your energy, and your mood. Every food choice you make is a message to your body. Let that message be one of care, respect, and gentle power. Because at this stage of life, food isn't just fuel, it's medicine. And when you choose wisely, your body rewards you with vitality, comfort, and the strength to keep moving forward. And as we nourish our bodies with better food, there's something just as vital, something that doesn't come from a plate or a bottle. It comes from the quiet hours, the deep rest your body longs for each night. Sleep. It might seem simple, even ordinary, but sleep is one of the most powerful healers we have. Yet for so many older adults, it's also one of the most neglected parts of health. You might think it's just part of aging, waking up in the night, feeling restless, tossing and turning. But what many don't realize is how much poor sleep affects everything else. When you don't get enough quality rest, your body struggles to repair itself. your immune system weakens, your mind feels foggy, your patience shortens, your blood pressure rises, even your appetite shifts, pushing you toward less healthy food choices. And over time, those nights of broken or insufficient sleep add up, not just to tired days, but to increased risk of heart problems, memory loss, depression, and even falls. But here's the encouraging part. You have more control over your sleep than you might think. Start by creating a routine. Go to bed and wake up at the same time each day, even on weekends. This helps reset your body's natural rhythm. An hour before bed, begin to wind down. Turn off bright screens, lower the lights, do something relaxing, read a book, listen to calming music, or take a warm shower. Signal to your body it's time to rest. And be mindful of your sleep environment. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Remove distractions. Make sure your mattress supports your body well. Even small changes can make a big difference. Drinking less caffeine after lunchtime, avoiding heavy meals late at night, letting go of worries before your head hits the pillow. If thoughts race through your mind at night, try writing them down. Keep a notepad by your bed. Once they're on paper, they're out of your head. Sometimes that's all it takes to fall asleep with more peace. Sleep is not wasted time. It's the time when your body repairs, your mind resets, and your soul finds stillness. And when you begin to sleep better, you'll feel the difference. Your mornings will feel lighter, your thoughts clearer, your strength more steady. You deserve that kind of rest. Not just a nap here and there, but real, deep, restorative sleep. It's never too late to reclaim it, and when you do, you reclaim energy, health, and joy. One peaceful night at a time. Once your nights are peaceful and your energy starts to return, there's something else your body gently asks of you. It doesn't shout, it whispers, but if you ignore it long enough, it starts to slip away. That something is movement. You don't need to run marathons, you don't need to lift heavy weights, but you do need to move, to stretch, to wake your body up each day, no matter your age. Because the truth is, when we stop moving, we don't just lose strength, we lose freedom. Our joints become stiff, our balance gets shaky. Tasks that were once second nature, getting up from a chair, reaching a shelf, stepping into the shower, become harder, slower, riskier. And it doesn't happen all at once. It happens gradually. The less you move, the more your muscles tighten, the more your posture collapses, the more your world shrinks to smaller and smaller spaces, until one day, even a short walk feels too far. But it doesn't have to be this way. Just 10 minutes of gentle movement a day can make a difference. Simple stretches in the morning, a short walk after lunch, a few minutes of chair exercises before bed. These aren't workouts, they're lifelines, and they tell your body, I'm still here, I still care. Stretching helps your circulation, your flexibility, and your posture. It wakes up the muscles that support your spine, your knees, your hips, so you can stand tall, walk steadily, and reduce your risk of falls. Even better, it helps your mood. Movement releases endorphins, those natural feel-good chemicals that boost your sense of well-being. You feel more connected to your body. You think more clearly. You smile more often. And the beauty of it? It doesn't take much. Raise your arms overhead and breathe deeply. Roll your shoulders back. Turn your neck gently from side to side. Stand up and sit down a few times. Circle your ankles while seated. Each stretch is a message to your body. I'm still active. I still care. I still want to move through life on my own 2 feet. Movement is not just for the young. It's for the strong in spirit. And you, no matter your age, are still capable of growing stronger, one gentle stretch at a time. So listen to that quiet whisper from your body. Give it what it needs. Because every movement you make today is a gift to the version of you that wakes up tomorrow, more balanced, more flexible, more alive. As your body begins to move more freely and your energy slowly returns. There's one more habit, often overlooked, that can quietly shape the course of your health. It's not about what you eat or how you sleep or how much you move. It's about what you don't do. Far too many people wait until something goes wrong to visit the doctor. They tell themselves, I feel fine, or I'll go next month, and then they don't go at all. But here's the truth, the strongest people aren't the ones who wait until they're in pain. They're the ones who stay ahead of it, who listen when their body whispers, so they never have to wait until it screams. Neglecting regular health checkups is one of the most common mistakes we make after 60, not because we don't care, but because we've grown used to powering through discomfort, to putting others first, to believing that as long as we're getting by, we must be okay. But aging doesn't always send warnings. High blood pressure, for example, often gives no symptoms until it's already caused damage. So do rising cholesterol levels. So do early signs of diabetes or heart disease. That's why checkups aren't just medical, they're personal. They're a commitment to your future self, a quiet declaration that says, I value my time, I value my body, I value staying here, healthy and present for the people I love. And these visits don't have to be complicated. A simple annual check on your heart rate, blood sugar, blood pressure, and medication needs can be the difference between early prevention and future struggle. They give you clarity, confidence, peace of mind, and they open the door to ask questions you've been wondering about. Questions that deserve answers, not guesswork, because your health isn't just about emergencies. It's about maintenance. Just like a car needs oil, your body needs attention. Regular, thoughtful, proactive attention. So if it's been a while, make the call, book the visit, take a notebook with your questions. Let the doctor be your partner, not just when things go wrong, but while they're still going right. Because the more you understand your health today, the more control you'll have over your tomorrow. And isn't that what we all want? Not just to keep living, but to keep living well. So don't wait for the pain. Don't wait for the scare. Catch it early, stay informed, and give yourself the power that comes from knowing you're not just surviving, you're steering. Now let's talk about something deeper, something invisible. Something that doesn't show up on a blood test or in a mirror, but quietly affects everything. Your mind. You can drink the water, eat the vegetables, walk every morning, but if your thoughts are heavy, if your days begin with dread and end in frustration, your body feels that too. A negative mindset is like a slow leak in a tire. It doesn't burst all at once, but little by little it drains your energy, your joy, and even your immune system. It shows up in ways we don't always connect, feeling tired even after sleeping well, struggling to stay motivated, avoiding people even when we crave connection. And over time it begins to whisper things like, why bother? Or, it's too late for me. But let me tell you something that matters. Those thoughts are not facts. They're habits, and like any habit, they can be changed. You are not too old, you are not too late, and your mindset is not fixed, in stone. You see, studies show that people who carry a hopeful, grateful outlook are not only happier, they're healthier. They recover faster from illness, handle stress more easily, and even live longer. Why? Because the mind and body are always talking. When your thoughts say, "I can handle this," your body listens. Your breathing slows, your heart steadies, your immune system strengthens, and your whole nervous system moves out of stress mode and into healing. But how do you shift a mindset when life hasn't been easy? You start small. One moment of gratitude each morning, one kind word to yourself when you make a mistake, one breath before reacting, one memory that makes you smile. And slowly you train your brain to look for what's right, not just what's wrong. Start with your wins. You woke up today. You made it through the hard moments you thought you couldn't. You're still learning, still showing up, still trying. That matters more than you know. And if you've been feeling low lately, please, don't carry that alone. Reach out. Talk to someone, ask for help, because no one gets through this life without needing a little light from someone else now and then. You've taken care of others for so long. Now it's time to take care of your inner world too, because when your mind begins to shift just a little, your whole life begins to follow, not because the world outside changes, but because the one inside you finally can. And that is the most powerful change of all. Now that we've walked through each of these habits, the hidden ones, the subtle ones, it's time to talk about where to go from here, because awareness is just the first step. What comes next is action. And the beautiful part, it doesn't have to be big. Real change isn't made overnight. It's not about perfection or suddenly living the perfect lifestyle. It's about choosing one thing, just one, and doing it today. Maybe today it's filling up that water bottle and actually finishing it. Maybe it's stepping outside for 5 minutes of fresh air and gentle movement. Maybe it's skipping the extra cookie and choosing something nourishing instead. Or maybe it's looking in the mirror and saying, "I'm proud of myself for showing up today." Because that's where everything begins, with one choice, repeated. The truth is, your body wants to heal, your mind wants to be at peace, and your spirit wants to feel joy again, but they need your help. Not with harsh routines or drastic changes, but with small daily habits that build strength quietly from the inside out. That walk you take after breakfast, that's not just exercise. That's a message to your heart that it's still strong. That handful of fruit instead of chips, that's your cells thanking you for the fuel they need to keep going. That deep breath when you feel overwhelmed, that's your nervous system finding its rhythm again. This journey is not about doing everything perfectly, it's about doing something consistently. And each small decision builds a life that feels lighter, steadier, and more empowered. Because the truth is, when you care for your body, even gently, it shows in how you move, in how you sleep, in how you speak to others, and most of all, in how you feel when you're alone with yourself. You are not too old to start, not too far gone to turn around, and not alone in wanting a better, simpler, healthier life. So here's the invitation. Pick one habit, any one. Start there, and let that one shift open the door to something better. Because your life, your beautiful, complicated, hard-earned life is worth the effort. And the best part? It's never too late to begin. So, let's take a moment to reflect. You've just listened to 9 powerful shifts small, everyday habits that, when changed, can bring new life to your body, your energy, and your spirit. None of them are complicated, none require perfection, but together they create a quiet strength that builds over time. You see, aging doesn't mean slowing down into silence, it means waking up into wisdom. And with that wisdom, we begin to choose differently, not out of fear, but out of love for the life we still have ahead. Every time you stretch, hydrate, sleep well, or speak kindly to yourself, you're telling your body, I still believe in you. You're telling your future, I'm coming for you with strength and grace. And that mindset, that inner belief, is more powerful than any medicine. It is the fire that keeps you moving when the world gets quiet, the light that leads you through uncertainty, the anchor that reminds you that your life still matters deeply. So, if you're still here, still listening, then I want you to hear this clearly. You're doing enough. You're trying, and that is worth celebrating. But don't stop here. Don't just watch the video and move on. Do one thing today. Drink that glass of water, stand and stretch, call someone who lifts your spirit, or simply sit in the quiet and feel proud of the effort you're making. This isn't the end of your story. It's just the beginning of a new, more intentional chapter. One that's healthier, fuller, and led by your own wisdom. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this message helped you, share it with someone you love, because sometimes all someone needs is a gentle nudge, a reminder that change is still possible. Stay kind to yourself, stay curious, and most of all, stay moving, one small, powerful step at a time. You're not just aging, you're evolving. And that, my friend, is a beautiful thing. If this message resonated with you, if even one of these habits made you pause and think, then please take a moment to share this video with someone in your life, a sister, a neighbor, a friend. You never know how deeply one small piece of encouragement can ripple. And if you'd like to keep walking this journey with us, to learn more gentle, powerful ways to care for your body, your mind, and your spirit, then go ahead and tap that subscribe button. We're here every week with new insights, all designed with love and simplicity to help you thrive in the years ahead. Leave a comment below and let us know which of these habits spoke to you the most. Which one will you start with today? Because real change doesn't happen in grand declarations. It happens in quiet decisions, one small act of self-care, one new morning routine, one powerful step forward. Thank you for being here, for listening, and for choosing to invest in yourself. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, breathe deeply, move gently, and never forget, you still have so much life left to live.